delivery, but no joy.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
And it's Ritchie. Oh, it's come loose. Manchester United must be pretty concerned about this fixture pile-up.
Yeah, and when you've got fixture congestion, it only takes an injury or two and it can heap more pressure on a very difficult spell.
Joelinton played with finesse. Breakthrough strike!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
So, a breakthrough already. Looks to bypass the midfield. Out towards the flank. And it's Ritchie. He's fizzed it forward. Lascelles cuts it out. Byrne. Up towards the front line. Maguire gets across to intercept that. Martial. And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And it's played forward. That has been cut short. Moved forward and quickly so. That's nice. Gets away from his opponents. There's the shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Now it's Martial. Interesting ball. Trippier had a hand in that goal which gave his side the lead in their last match. Lobbed in behind. Oh, important interception. Martial, now he's off and running. Now it's Anthony. He's had it taken off him.
It's looking pretty clear now, Peter, that the wide players have been told to get the balls in.
Oh, here's a chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
The keeper really dug out his defence then. A magnificent effort.
Now it's Anthony. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Byrne. We hit half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
We're probably into the second 45 minutes.
I think they've got to go out at the start of this second half now and set a tone that smacks of intent and determination. Should they manage it, I think they can...
Decent hit! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Eriksson has been caught there, it's a foul. Bruno Fernandes. Reguilon. It's Wilson! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Sends it forward. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Manchester United won a tight game last time out and look to build on that. Pelistri. Pelistri. That's going to go a long way. Oh, that's a fine interception. Martial! And a second time. We've got a goal! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Oh, look, there's only one player who merits all the praise for that. Not only did he finish it, but his instincts for being where he was are absolutely top-notch.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and
He's had a hit! He scores! And they're back in front! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Wilson simply knew the ball was asking to be hit first time because of the way it arrived, and boy, did he hit it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop? It's one! Now who's going to be first to this? Caught offside that time.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Wilson might just make this. Ritchie. Joelinton. Joelinton! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Joelinton. Forwards and with intent. Trippier. Keeper sees it all the way. Ericsson. Laid out towards the right wing. Acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Pelistri. Anthony. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Bruno Guimaraes did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Oh, it's played into the area. And that's been levered clear. Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. We should be up and away in a few moments with our coverage, what I'm sure will be a fascinating game. There is an added sense of drama provided by the elements, actually. The rain has once more decided to appear at this most inopportune of moments, and it is heavy rain. It does not dampen the atmosphere. The turnout here is good, the noise is very good. It remains colourful, but it could be a problem for the players, because the pitch might very quickly turn heavy. We'll see as it all plays out over the next couple of hours here. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. We have already started here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy Traore has had an interesting journey to the top. As someone whose success didn't come easy, despite all the raw talent he's got, now you have to say he's one of the most exciting players around, a real force of nature. Catch me if you can.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him.
team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Manchester United are looking to get back to winning ways following on from that marginal defeat. Now it's Adama Traore, swung over into the middle. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That is a brilliant interception. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Adebayo makes the interception. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And he's heaved it away. Shaw. Bruno Fernandes. To Ericsson. And the counter is on. Willian is offering an apologetic gesture of sorts.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Short, oh, shooting chance! And the half-time whistle goes. Although it is half-time, not a bad watch by any means, and the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate, and so we reach the break, and the game remains goals. How would you review the first half?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least offensively.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Already up and running for the second half.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Diogo Dalot. Anthony. Sancho. Shaw. Sancho!
Ah, that's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Muscular approach does pay off here. Diogo Dalot with the foul. Now it's Adama Traore. Ericsson. Sancho. Played out towards the right wing. Aimed in towards the centre. Danger averted for now. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Ericsson. Shaw. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Oh, it's come loose. Sancho. Threads one in. Chance! It's in! Finally the breakthrough. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they wanted, yet somehow he's worked the scoring position where it didn't see him on. It's really crafty business, that.
There's going to be another change here. Manchester United take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, it's been their hard work that has got them this lead, but I just wonder whether they can keep it up. This may take a toll now.
Moved on forwards. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Tete. Interesting ball. It could be in here. Willian!
I think we're about to...
It's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Manchester United need to hold on for a few more moments. Gets his pass away. Wilson! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, as test goalkeeper, the keeper has just received an A+ grade.
Wilson. Great chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Good spot, he's seen the run. Teta. So that's it, it is all over. Well, welcome everybody to a part of the world where football really matters. There is a healthy tension, great expectation building in the lead-up to kick-off here. A little bit grey overhead, and indeed the forecast is for a drop or two of rain as the day grows older. But regardless of that, there is a lovely backdrop here. The ambience is good, smashing noise from both sets of supporters, and expectations high in both camps. We have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game. Can he finish? They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
Driven forward. Lindelof. Manchester United were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same. Dahoud, shifted upfield. March.
It was all set up for him too, Peter, to pick out someone wearing the same shirt, and the rest is history now.
Now it's Rashford. Garnacho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Shade too heavy, people could pick that up. He's put a shade too much on that. Anthony. Diogo Dalot. Looking for options for movement. Shaw with the cross. And the shot! Good try. He hasn't come good, so easily a bit different.
Garnacho did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. João Pedro. Now the finish! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, that was high-class goalkeeping there to back up his high-class wage.
Has a goal! Goal! Half-time rapidly approaching. That could be a big one. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Look, this is not for the faint-hearted, Peter. This is hard and fast football.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. Already up and running for the second half. And it's Shaw. And there's the clearance. Lindelof gets it back. Sends it forward. Onana will lay claim to that. Calmly anticipates. And he has been fouled there. Nice interception, well timed. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
João Pedro. Dahoud. No, he's not getting any further than that. Oh, they've broken out here, and this could be the moment. He's got space in the area. And it's Welbeck. There's a sharp little ball here. He's got away. Welbeck stood his ground strongly. Oh, great chance. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. There's the hit! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Knocks it away. And it's Shaw.
Manchester United showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Lanty. March. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Mount. Oh, great ball! Get a throw in.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, welcome to you and to our coverage of semi-final day. As we said, we have an atmosphere here that is really buzzing. Both teams terrifically well represented, fans hopeful, expectant. As well they might be, there is no shortage of belief on either side that it will be. He's had a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. In into the middle. Casemiro. For Ericsson. He's tried one! Lacking in accuracy.
It was more possible than probable, and the outcome backed it up, Peter.
Strong running down that left flank. Moved forward and quickly so. Gilmore. Gross. Now that is tidy, really tidy. He's through, now is he in? Now the finish!
It's good movement we're getting from that front line, very flexible.
Yeah, really easy on the eye too, yeah?
Very much so. It adds more variety to their attack and asks more questions of that defence. Cat and mouse at its best.
Anthony, and he's had a hit. Good strike, quite an alarm. Casemiro, Rashford looks to get on the end of this. That's a nicely measured pass. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And it's Shaw. Shaw is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Gilmore, passing is crisp and sharp. Gross. Oh, that's a... He's got the shot away! Oh, the ball's run loose here. There will be a throw-in. Oh, he's played it in low. He's shooting! Now it's Rashford. Head out to the left flank.
You can never be short of runners in the space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Half-time in the semi-finals. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goals. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
Played in massively! It's a goal! Oh, lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Oh, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Now it's Anthony. Rashford. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Shifted upfield. And here's Rashford. Now it's Anthony. Looking for the runner. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Manchester United showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Martial. Oh, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Anthony. That is a great ball. Chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Manchester United simply cannot let their heads drop. They need their big characters now to keep them going.
And it's Rashford. And here's Martial.
Manchester United really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Rashford. Anthony. He's having a go. And the keeper passes the test.
Anthony is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
So, perfect blue skies, almost no wind, beautiful sunshine. These are in the conditions for the beautiful game. The backdrop here, picturesque, idyllic. No doubt one of the best days of the footballing calendar, and it has added to a really jovial, happy mood in the stands, helping to raise the level of sound by more than a few decibels. Shirt sleeve order, very much the dress code. Few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. And already we're underway here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot-stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down...
Sancho is fouled. And so we have the first set piece of the game. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Bruno Fernandes! Diogo Dalot. Ericsson. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Manchester United are on fine form so far as goals are concerned. They have scored in 5 games running. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And it's played forward. Well timed, excellent interception.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do here, Peter. You know, get the ball into wider areas.
Yeah, there is a very visible, a very definite pattern here.
Well, that's where the space is, and it's quite simple. It's just going to stretch that defence, isn't it?
Garnacho, he is through here. Oh, that's a fine challenge. There's the hit! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looks the harder thing to do.
Harrison. Now it's Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. Danjuma. Played out towards the right wing. Costa, great chance! It didn't come off, but an audacious effort.
Danjuma certainly showed brilliant imagination there to take on such a high tower of skill.
It's Anthony, and harmlessly behind.
All you'll be thinking is, please, ground, swallow me up.
Good spot, he's seen the run. Now that's well seen too. And they're not going to make any further progress now. He's gone direct here. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Harrison. And we've reached half-time. Well, it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Manchester United can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose. They can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Diogo Dalot. Move forward and quickly so. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Oh, he's found some space here. He's played him through. And he's there to get it away. And that is as far as they're going to go. That's been cut out, well played. Hopes for safety. Onana. Danjuma is herring after that one. Garnacho. He's got a side of goal. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Christian Eriksen is very sporting here to acknowledge the quality of the save. A lovely little footballing moment.
Garnacho. And it's been taken straight back. Threads one in. He's in plenty of space here. He's found the way through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
Well, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Though you just love the level of intensity here. Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Godfrey gets over and intercepts. Sancho.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Stood up well to him there. Anthony. Chance! Great build-up. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, what a lovely, lovely day. Absolutely glorious weather here as we welcome you to a football match of considerable significance, great consequence. It looks as though we're going to have a great turnout, such has been the level of enthusiasm generated once the fixture was announced. There is still movement in the crowd, plenty of people yet to take their seats. The roads outside are very, very busy, particularly around this time of day. And nobody in this atmosphere. Towering header! Oh, just needed a better contact.
Now that was a slick move, and there were several options in the box to pick out.
Garnacho, played out wide. Pablo Sarabia.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
He's found a way past. They've got a corner here. Massive lead! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
He's got away.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Matheus Cunha. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Pablo Sarabia! Climbs up big! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Manchester United were imperious when the two sides last met, and the fans are asking for more of the same.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do here, Peter. You know,
Well, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Casemiro did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Semedo is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Nouri looks to the other side. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Anthony. It's an inviting looking ball that. Nicely intercepted. Ericsson. Fiddles it through.
this is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Gets away from his opponents, played into the middle. Half-time whistle goes. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
We're promptly into the second 45 minutes.
Manchester United need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho. And he just whacks it away. Bruno Fernandes! Now it's Matheus Cunha. Well-timed, excellent interception. Bruno Fernandes. And he's had a hit! They've scored! They are right back in business.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Oh, look, Peter, there's a great ebb and flow to this clash, and it's above all expectations for me.
And here's Pablo Sarabia. Crosses it in. Played towards the front line. Calmly anticipates. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Has a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Pedro Neto certainly left his mark in his last game, heading his side into a first-half lead. Now that's a fine challenge. Takes on his marker.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
Shifted upfield. Sends it forward. Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, it's come loose. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a foul, no two ways about it. It's just beyond his reach. But there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
He's found a way through. He's going for goal. That's a fine save.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
Point-blank header. No, he didn't quite beat it right. And there goes the final whistle. Well, hello and welcome to what amounts to football heaven. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The conditions utopian, the sun is high in the sky, it's a truly beautiful afternoon, and the crowd reflect that. Their faces hopeful, their smiles beaming, levels of excitement and expectation are soaring, and you get the feeling that this could be a very special occasion indeed. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. So this is round two between these two sides who have already met once this season. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, Yuri Tielemans is someone being described now as the complete midfielder. His knack of finding the right passes is one thing, but his shooting is reaching a legendary status too.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Lobbed in behind. Now there's a fine ball. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Play for a goal kick. Bruno Fernandes stood up well to him there. Shifted upfield. And here's the chance to counter. Bruno Fernandes! A great save, real class.
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
A sudden chance to counter. Well, they could break here. He's shifting through the gears here.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do here, Peter. You know, get the ball into wider areas.
Yeah, there is a very visible, a very definite pattern here.
Well, that's where the space is, and it's quite simple. It's just going to stretch that defence, isn't it?
The camera. Approach does pay off here. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Diogo Dalot is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his way.
Real chance! And that would have been some goal.
Well, we can't question the quality of the run. He'll have to answer for the rest.
The clearance. In comes the corner. caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now it's Diaby. Goes direct to the front line. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goals. Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Manchester United can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Plays it in low. He's had a shot! And he's done it! Simplicity itself.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have been mentioned in the dressing room beforehand. And just listen.
Bruno Fernandes.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Cross goes in there. Oh, really good feet. Tielemans is fouled. Oh, that's an own goal!
Oh, it's terribly unfortunate for them, and maybe we can attribute that to a loss of focus.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Cash. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Diogo Dalot. Shaw. Great hit! Clears it out of harm's way. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Now then, the ball's come loose. In comes the delivery. Good read, needed to be. Sent it forward. Rashford is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. McGinn. To Camara. McGinn. Showing great feet there. Watkins. Now it's Buendia. Now it's Martial. And time is up. Well, good day to you on a grey day here, which promises rain, but promises way beyond that what should be a really good game of football. The build-up has been a little slower than usual, perhaps a few traffic issues along the way that we haven't been made aware of, but we're glad to confirm that there is no longer any further problem. The crowd have come well covered up against the elements, whatever they may throw at us over the next hour or two, and the noise generated, as well as the appetite for this game, is absolutely at peak. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. The action has already started. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here? Well, this has gone, that's a foul. Masengo, Redmond, played out wide, Taylor, can he put it away? Now who's going to be first to this? Stood up well to him there. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Martial. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Shifted upfield. Over to the left. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Shaw. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he's forced to go back. Gently done. That has been cut short. Oh, just skips past his man. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. And it's played forward. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Martinez did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. No, he's not getting his way this time. It's run loose here, and he's in on goal. There is the half-time whistle. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here.
Forwards and with intent, and back to the goalkeeper. Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, talking about a man on a mission, that was a super effort.
And here's Martial. And he's running through. Now it's Sancho. Jay Rodriguez chasing after it. Jay Rodriguez. Oh, he's found support out wide. And they've been given a corner. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Martial. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Plays it forward. Manchester United have the league's best defensive record. Sancho. Bruno Fernandes. Diogo Dalot picks it up out wide. And the finish! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Oh, that's a sparkling save, absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
And now they can spring out of defence. He's got away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
Manchester United merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
Played out to the right. Diogo Dalot. Played in by Dalot. Turns and goes back. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Martial. Shapes to shoot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that might well be that! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when...
Rodriguez! Always onto this. Now it's Sancho. Oh, nice touch. Martial. And that is that. Well, welcome everybody to a part of the world where football really matters. There is a healthy tension, great expectation building in the lead-up to kick-off here. A little bit grey overhead, and indeed the forecast is for a drop or two of rain as the day grows older. But regardless of that, there is a lovely backdrop here. The ambience is good, smashing noise from both sets of supporters, and expectations high in both camps. Few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, a world-famous Old Trafford. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Can he put it away? And somehow he's managed to miss it.
It was very much worth a try, and I've seen worse. That should tee him up nicely for his next attempt at least.
Antonio proves too strong. Shaw did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Emerson. Fiddles it through.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. He's played it long. And it's Rashford. And here's Martial. Look at the space here. Oh, well played, well played. Rashford. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Bruno Fernandes! And the keeper passes the test.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Could move up a gear here. And back to the goalkeeper. And it's Rashford. He's looking for the runner here. It's just the goalkeeper to... And Antonio! And it's played forward. It's Antonio. Bowen. Corner then. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. And that was somewhat errant. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Manchester United really could have done without this. 1-0, never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. Already up and running for the second half.
Manchester United don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in the second half. They can't hold back though.
Anthony. Rashford. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Eriksen. Now it's Anthony. Shapes to shoot! Bowen. Gets away from his opponents. Delivers across. Oh, can he get onto this? Ogbonna spots it and intercepts. Ball's being played in here nice and early.
Yeah, that'll be a test for that defence, but I'd like my players to keep mixing it up if I was in that position, you know, and not become predictable. They've got to avoid that.
But this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Moved on forwards. Played in with accuracy. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Ward-Prowse, the scorer already in the game. Gently done. Now it's Ings. Now it's Kudus. He's left his man.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Ward-Prowse, back into the middle. And there goes the final whistle.